Hey everybody, welcome to Just Say It. It's me, Lana J. Happy Friday, and as always, I missed you. So for the next 29 minutes, me and you are going to be sitting down talking about the amazing things that are going on in the city of Chicago. And for all of the women out there, just like me, with kids, pursuing a college degree, and trying to start their own business, I think I found the jackpot of motivational, inspirational women that are out here in the city of Chicago really putting in work. Audrey Woodley, she has several different businesses that she's really into, that she owns, and she is just overflowing and brimming with knowledge. And I had to bring her in here today because just like a lot of you a couple of years ago, I was sitting at home trying to figure out if I really had what it takes to pursue what I really wanted to do. And after I connected with a couple of people, I started to see that I am no different than the ones that I see on TV, and I have more, if not equal, if not more talent than the ones that are getting paid millions of dollars to do so. So, without further ado, I introduce to you the wonderful, wonderful author, business owner, like I said, mother. I mean, the list goes on. Audrey Woodley. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me, Lana, with Just Say It, and as always, like I promised, I'm going to bring you somebody that is intelligent, that's really in the business, and that knows how to grow themselves as an entrepreneur and overall as a woman. So I would like to introduce to you Audrey Woodley. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good. First off, I want to thank you for coming today, because I know out of your busy schedule, you juggle things like crazy. For you to make it here, we just want to say that we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
On Just Say It. So if you could tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what you do, because I know you wear multiple hats.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Audrey Woodley, and I'm an educator, math teacher for over 17 years with Chicago Public Schools. Also, I am into education as far as starting my own nonprofit, being in a school district and dealing with a lot of teens and young men dropping out of school. One of my passions was to give back, so I basically started my own nonprofit organization, and it's been incorporated for over 5 years. But lately, what I've been doing with that as part of my passion of giving back is to do something like Literacy for Change, which is helping adults get their high school diploma. So along with that, I do wear multiple hats, mother, caregiver, and then business coach, and I also do social media as well.
Yes, and I know you came and spoke at, I'm in a book club. Every time I say that, people laugh at me, but yes, I am a part of a book club. And you came and you were a keynote speaker, and we were talking about your book, and we actually had a chance to read your book. And you were talking about in your book just overall the power of networking.
Yes.
And how networking has taken you many places.
Absolutely. One of the things I want to say that I've learned from my mother and grandmother is always about giving back. Networking is just a way to build relationships and also form something where if I'm having an event, or if you're having an event, or we can all work together, let's see how both of our businesses or brands can come together to support one another and build something bigger. So networking comes in all forms and fashion. You play where you want to grow. And what I mean by that, if you want a big network, you pay to get in those big networks and to build your brand.
This is true, because I was looking at they have a lot of all women networking groups, and there's a membership fee, and a lot of times people don't see the sense in investing in something like that. But you have to understand the multitude of people that you have access to, who it's almost like a sorority, one of those things where, oh, we're in the same industry, we're in the same group. I'm going to go with you just because we have that sisterhood, or just because we have that same, that mutual standing right there.
Absolutely. And now that you mentioned sisterhood, I mean, networking comes in different forms of fashion. You could be in a networking industry with fashion people. You could be in a networking industry where it's just all women that are in boutiques. You could be in a networking system where everybody just go drink. I mean, so it's just depending on what your mission and your goals are. Those are the kind of networking groups and people that you would like to build your network with.
That's an interesting take on it. So even, it doesn't matter what we do, we are involved in some form of networking.
Yes.
So if we just take our time that we use to network with the people and apply it towards something that can benefit everyone, we can actually take those steps a lot quicker.
Absolutely.
I didn't even look at it like that. So I would love for you to talk about your journey, because I know you said you were a math teacher.
Yes.
How do you jump from being a math teacher to just saying, forget this, I'm going to start my own and not even look back?
Thank you, Lana. I'm glad you asked me that. But one of the things that I've learned is that in my family, we have all been, I've been surrounded by entrepreneurship all my life. My grandmother always worked a full-time job, and then she had a second job, which was like a secondhand store. So I worked in secondhand stores, fish fries, taverns, snowball shop. So it's been an entrepreneurship in me all of my life. So I was bound to do something. So basically, what I talk about is like, what is your passion? Even though you have a lot of teachers out there, they also have a passion that they do. So you're never going to see a teacher just doing one thing. Or I would want to say at least a mother that, that has passion to serve her community. But one of the things that I find as an entrepreneur is that I love fashion, I love retail, I love all of that. So a lot of teachers, they do go into a second job into the retail. So you'll always see a math teacher, they might work in Ann Taylor, they might work in Bloomingdale's, they always have a second job. And so what I did was, even though I had a math job or a teaching job, I want to say, I basically worked in the retail industry for over 10 years.
Wow.
And I was always top sales in whatever department. So I worked in Bloomingdale's, I worked at Nordstrom's. So it was like teaching and retail. You see a lot of teachers, they do a lot of shopping at those stores. And basically that has been the thing. So I knew I always wanted to, I didn't want to retire in the classroom. I didn't want to live my life sitting in the seat, getting fat, eating cake and cookies. And I didn't want to be one of those teachers because teachers are known to just live their life as a teacher. You go back 20 years and see the same teacher wearing the same dress. Well, I didn't want to be one of those teachers. And so the way everything happened for me, if you get this book, it's called Network to Increase Your Network, compiled by Tony Coleman. I am one of the co-authors, and it was 30 of us, so women can work together and network. One of the things that I started was the Changing Oasis, and that gave me a sense of idea to, I can do something even bigger and better than the classroom. And one take on this is that in order to build your network and your net worth, I basically had to go out there and be able to use social media. So I basically talk about how social media has really helped me to build my brand and my leverage with other people. I'm not afraid to, say that it's not an easy job because it does take marketing and it takes money, even till today. Building social media and to build it across Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, YouTube, you have to know how to deal with those entities and also know how to use your content wisely so you can build your audience.
That's, that's really, I'm glad you talked about that because a lot of people say, oh, you just keep pushing on social media, keep pushing on social media. It's really a strategic plan. And there are people, like I get emails all the time for different marketing companies who want to charge me X amount of dollars to build my brand through social media alone. We're not talking about, through television advertisements, through radio. We're talking about getting you more followers on Instagram, getting you more likes. Like these people make money, make a living off of just that. And it didn't even occur to me that, to me, you just say promote yourself. So it's like, okay, so let me take this picture. Yeah, we're going to post it. We're putting in work. And I see a lot of artists doing the same thing. And being, having the show and watching how everything works. And it's like, oh no, you got to step it up. It's a larger scale. It's not just, let me just keep posting pictures to show people that I'm doing something. Because if you're posting them and nobody's noticing it, you're wasting your time.
Absolutely. One of the things that being an author and being in media, you have to pay for some things. And like you said, you have to invest where you want to grow. And like you're doing now, you're investing in your business and you're investing where you want to see yourself 5 or 10 years from now. Because this it's like you're sowing seeds into your abundance. And so what's going to happen is everything that you're doing is going to come back because you're feeding it and you're putting good vibes in it. And that's kind of like what we want to do in the media industry or whatever field that you want to be as far as being an entrepreneur. We want to be able to sow seeds and network and partner with other women that want to see better for us and to let the young ladies in high schools know. We want to be able to go out there and speak to them and mentor those women as well.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I always wanted to do a non-for-profit where I talk to young women between the ages of freshman and senior, because
Yes.
I got pregnant my senior year.
Okay.
And going through a journey like that where walking down the hallways with your belly poking out, people thinking you're not going to graduate, people assuming you're not going to college, people assuming you're not going to be anything, takes a toll on you. And there was one teacher by the name of Miss Morris.
See?
If you're watching, hi, and I appreciate you so much. And the reason why is because she grabbed me one day and she said, "Stop walking around with your head down. There's nothing to be ashamed of." And it didn't even occur to me that I was feeling a certain way about myself until she brought it to my attention. It didn't even occur to me that that was the image, or that was the mood that I was giving off to people. So it's like from that moment on, it kind of motivated me to, okay, let's put in work, let's really get this going. And it's like I always wanted to give that back to young women.
Absolutely.
I always did, because it's the lack